Ready? What we're gonna do? Fustercluck. Oh, yes, yeah. We're gonna do Fustercluck. Who are you, Gemini? No, you're not. Yes, I am. We're gonna Fustercluck together. Yes.
Welcome to the Fustercluck Show, live at Bulletproof Music Studio in Hazlet, New Jersey, where you can do anything here. Record, video, lessons, everything you can do here. When you come here, you step into inspiration.
Yeah, man.
And tell them who we have as a guest.
We have royalty today. We have Mr. John Waite.
Yeah.
Thanks very much, guys. Thank you
for coming on, man.
I tell you, John, I'm Steve Keller. It's a pleasure finally meeting you. I first saw you at Madison Square Garden with the Babies. I can't remember who you played with. It was like 1981. It was the Babies, the Romantics, Babies, Cheap Trick. I don't remember, but I remember the show, man. You guys were great.
Well, thanks. Yeah, I do remember that show. We were staying at the Gramercy Park Hotel, and we always seemed to stay there. But yeah, we come into New York and play like some slot at the Garden, or like do an extended thing at the Bottom Line.
Right.
But we always seemed to be passing through New York. It was always great, you know.
That's quite a difference, though. You're talking the Bottom Line to Madison Square Garden.
That's a different job.
I mean, yeah, we were headlining the Bottom Line, but we were opening for somebody else to Madison Square Garden.
Right.
Yeah.
I would like Madison Square Garden. Yeah.
Very cool, but all these years later, it's nice meeting you.
Yeah.
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 I remember. Yeah.
What was the question?
That was no question. He said it was very nice meeting you. Finally.
Oh yeah, cool. It's the broadcast thing stops occasionally, but yeah. I'm in Texas.
Oh wow.
I'm in Texas. Yeah, I'm on tour right now.
Is it nice to be back on the road? This pandemic shut everyone down for a year and a half.
Yeah, no, it was kind of weird coming back because it isn't like riding a bike. There's things like I'd forget to take care of on stage, like introduce the band or whatever. I have a spare guitar ready to go. Small things, but they make a show. And after about the fourth show, we're just flying. We're out there with Pat Benatar and Neil Giraldo.
Oh, good.
And we're doing that at the moment. And then we do headline shows like tonight, mixed in with that. We've been on the road for like 2 weeks. But it's been great. I mean, it's been really, I guess coming back after 18 months, you know, it's like really just kind of enjoy every moment of it, you know?
Yeah.
I think being off that time, it really makes us all appreciate performing again. Yeah, you get that love.
You know, even driving through Texas, I mean, we spent yesterday so we're just on the road driving in, and from Austin, and it was just like the nicest thing, you know, like the big sky, you know. We left after the show last night, and you know, you're driving through a Texas night at like 1 a.m, and it's just like the best thing in the world. You know, it's like pink clouds, you know, it's like wow. Cowboy stuff.
Yeah.
So Paul, you've seen.
I saw you back in the day in Detroit. Well, not from Detroit, but when I was touring, and we saw you in Detroit at Copa Hall years ago. But
great, yeah. That might have been, I don't know if we were headlining, that might have been our last tour. Yeah. You know, about 81, I think we hit the wall about 81.
Right. Yeah, but I remember you guys breaking there because Detroit's one of those places where a lot of bands broke because that's like the main hub of every major concert comes through there all the time. Yeah. And it was incredible.
No, great clubs and great rock radio.
Yeah.
The Midwest was always a place to, like Cleveland, Detroit, you know, Philadelphia, you know. Yeah. It was cities that really launched a lot of rap.
Yeah, a lot of people broke there. It was great.
You've had so many different bands and hits with, you know, Solo and Bad English and Babies. Do you have new music you're working on now? I mean, were you productive that year and a half? Right?
Well, I went in the studio to cut some electric tracks, and I had these 2 songs I found. And I couldn't do anything with them. I've gone back and one of them's come back to life. But I spent 2 weeks trying to like make these songs, but I couldn't.
Right.
So I was shelving it, and the last couple of releases I've had have been acoustic. I had a thing called Wooden Heart, Volume 1, then there was Volume 2 about 3 years ago.
Right.
So I threw together some songs for Wooden Heart Volume 3, and it was so successful. I mean, we cut everything in about 3 days and mixed it. There's
That's
some
great.
stuff that I'm really proud of, you know.
Oh,
And we put the whole thing out, Wooden Heart Volume 1, 2, 3. It's a triple acoustic record. And even with the Pat Benatar thing, Pat and Neil Giraldo, we sometimes go out there and play unplugged, you know. It's like it's just the best thing in the world. I think it shows the songs off in a way that nobody else seems to be doing.
That'd be a great combo, the three of you on the stage at the same time. That'd be a great mix.
Well, they're great people, and it's I've been a friend of Neil's, and you know, he produced solo album, and in New York, and to see them play I mean, they've got some major hits, and they never really stop being on the road,
Right.
and but it's the right audience. I mean, we generally wind up everybody on their feet, you know. It's like I don't know whether they just missed live music or they me or what, you know. But it's great to be on touring,
Yeah.
I tell you, this is your segment, but since we're talking about Pat Benatar and Neil Giraldo, I'm really glad that they double billed with his name because he's such an integral part of that sound. He's great.
Yeah.
You know,
I think he's a very underrated guitar player, and he's a very musical guy.
Yeah.
We're working on a project together, away from his thing and my thing. We're going to do something together.
That'd be great.
Interesting. And, you know, he's a sharp guy. He's got a lot to offer. I mean, every time we sit down and talk, it's always like something that's creative. So it's great to be around smart people. My band is smart, you know.
I think that'd be a great mix.
Everybody's having a great time, you know.
That'd be a great mix between you two. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
That'd be real nice.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. All right, where's your tour going to take you to? Where do you go from Texas?
Oh, man. Well, we go back to California. When do we go back?
We go back on Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Okay.
And we have like Tuesday night off, Wednesday off, and I think we're playing Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then we have 2 days off, and then we leave for Washington on the East Coast.
Okay.
And we do a complete run going into the Midwest. And then, we go to New York and do all of that. Wind up somewhere like, I think it's in Pittsburgh on the 18th or 19th of December. But we have like 20 more days to do this year. So it's we're glad we're working. A lot of bands aren't working, you know.
Yeah.
We'll have to check out your schedule because maybe we can come up and see you at one of the East Coast dates.
Yeah. Well, we'll be up and down the East Coast.
All right.
You know, we just got back to Florida, so I mean, like, it's been like a world tour in America. You know, we're all over the place.
Right.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
That's great, man.
Yeah.
Where can people find you if they want to look you up, look up your schedule, look up your what's going on with your career? Where do they go?
If you go to John Waite Worldwide, you can get all sorts of stuff. You can get autographed albums, posters, even artwork. Lots of artwork stuff. We're selling original.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lyric. But you know, like this sort of thing.
Yeah. Cool.
Banging out stuff. But I've been doing a lot of that in the lockdown.
Right.
But if you go to johnwaiteworldwide.com, you can see the list of gigs.
Oh, good.
Buy T-shirts, CDs, a lot, you know.
Great.
And Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn. I try and get back to as many people as I can.
Yeah.
But if you look me up, I'll open the door.
All right.
I have a question. Since you're an artist, when you first started, now you mentioned all like Twitter and Facebook. I mean, are you in control of that stuff? You do that yourself, or do you have people do that? Because
No, I got a guy in Holland, Walter Kramer, that helps post things, and I send things to him, and he posts it.
Yeah.
And he organizes the whole thing, but I okay all the artwork and posts, and he just helps me sort of like size the photographs and get things up. Twitter's all me, LinkedIn is all me. I really do try and answer people. I got a pretty strong bond with my fans. I mean, I do spend some time trying to
And it's
You
hard.
know,
Yeah.
when somebody's followed you like half of their life, you know, the least you can do is stay in touch.
Yeah, true.
And it's hard. It's overwhelming, especially now with social media. It's so overwhelming. So many people.
Yeah.
You know?
No, well, you know, I find it pretty easy. You know,
Oh,
we
good.
played last night. I came out and spent quite a lot of time with the fans. I mean, it's, you know, I know a lot of them by now. You know, it's like people just show up and
Right.
they showed up 20, 30 years ago, and in some ways, you know, he created a kind of family.
Yeah.
Now, do you like the music industry today or 30 years ago? Like, if you compare.
Well, it's always been dangerous, and I think as I got older, I started to notice a lot of things and clawed back a lot of albums and publishing, and I probably make more money now than I did ever.
Right.
But you know, and I kind of run my own label, and I put out my own releases.
Good.
And it's in the stores, you know, I got a distributor, and you know, I do a lot of press and podcasts, and
Right.
there's only so much a record company could do. You know, they lend you the money to make a record, and then you pay them back out of your share, which is generally about 15%.
Which never gets paid off ever.
You never ever get paid off. It's like 1 or 2% of the bands in the world are actually making money with the record company.
Right, exactly.
And you're always in debt.
Yeah.
And the moment I started to release my own records and just controlling my publishing and stuff, it was like,
Yeah.
you get a check for 60 grand and you're thinking like, where was this last year? You know,
Yeah.
somebody at the record company was probably ordering a crate of champagne, you know.
Yeah.
But it's nice to be in control of something that's your own work.
Yeah. And most people don't realize that the money is in publishing. That's where the money is in publishing, and
Yeah,
and
well,
if
you know,
control it, that's good if you control it.
Yeah, you know, you got to be careful.
Yeah.
It's business. You know, you can't really take it personally. But
Right.
I have the best time at the moment. Everything
Good.
just, you know.
You got
Great.
you got your love back. You got your passion back, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, you know, we were last night. We were just blazing through the set, and there's none of this thing like bringing the keys down or like you know. It's like I still can sing all the songs maybe better than I recorded them. I think.
Right.
But I don't know how long that would ever last in anybody's life. But at the moment, it's what I want to do, and I got a great band,
Good.
and we're selling out wherever we go. You know, it's just
Good.
the greatest. Yeah.
That's great news. I'm glad to hear that.
I definitely want to try to hook up with you when you're at a venue within 100 miles of me. So.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah, we want to get
Yeah.
there. So we'll meet you on the road, all right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you know, you got Tim's email and stuff. Just
Yeah.
Tim Hogan.
Yeah.
Yeah, come out and see us. I mean, especially if you get on the East Coast. I mean,
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we're in. Are we in New Jersey? Yeah.
Waite Theater, Millville, New Jersey.
Millville.
Southwest Jersey.
Yeah.
Millville. Yes, we're coming there. And
Absolutely.
it's coming before Christmas, and we're doing, you know, Philadelphia. So
Yeah.
we're on the East Coast. Come and see us. You know?
Absolutely, yeah.
Thank you, man.
Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, that's John Waite
That's a lot.
worldwide.
That's
Yeah.
cool. And if I don't see you, have a great Christmas.
Yeah, you
You
too.
too.
Listen, hey, would you do us one quick favor?
Can you do
Yeah.
Can you
sure.
introduce yourself to our audience and say you're watching the Fustercluck show?
Yeah.
The Fustercluck?
We're the
Fustercluck
Fustercluck.
show.
All right. Hi, this is John Waite, and you're watching the Fustercluck show.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Hey, we'll see you on the road.
Take care. Take care. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And we'll be right back.
Said I will take you away from this place to a better world with no disgrace. But you insist on stirring up that energy. Now everybody knows about you and me.
You're in a Fustercluck show. I'm talking to Pat Foran. How you doing, Pat?
Hey, pretty good, thanks.
Pat is an acoustic guitar player. He had an album out called Foreign Policy. It's a great title. I love that title. It's a great title. And we have something in common. We both started at a very young age on the accordion.
Different accordion, but
Yeah, different accordion, not the same accordion. That'd be kind of lopsided. It'd be kind of weird. And also he has a podcast, very popular podcast. It's called Get Labeled Indie Music Roadmap, which is on Anchor FM. Is that correct?
Yes, thanks.
Tell everybody what that's about.
It's about indie musicians. I interview producers, recording engineers, artists, social media people, music supervisors, to name a few. And so basically getting the lowdown on getting tips for indie artists who are trying to get somewhere.
Very cool. That's cool. So he's doing a service also, besides being a solo artist, right? So Pat Foran, Get Foreign Policy, and don't forget to listen to Get Labeled Indie Music Roadmap on Anchor FM. Thanks, Pat.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Kind of a true story, or based on a true story.
I was feeling bad. It told me it was rest I need, and I was very glad. He said, son, right now you're okay, but you better slow it down. This is just a warning, you see in time, it'll grind you to the ground. I said, Doc, I do the best I can, take what life has to give. I know it's unpredictable, but that's just the way I live. No reason to go overboard, so you just can't settle down. So many things left to do, and so many yet unfound. Sometimes you gotta hold tight there, the things you know. Sometimes you gotta give up some things, let them go. Sometimes you work so hard, but it don't pay. Sometimes well, just works out that way. Hey, I know I think I need someone, but can't take time to care. I should take deep precaution, but I don't have time to dare. I'm just following my heartstrings for the things that I hold dear. Keep a silent watch on the things that are very dear. Sometimes you gotta hold tight there, the things you know. Sometimes you gotta give up some things, let them go. Sometimes you work so hard, but it don't pay. Sometimes it's just just works out that way. I know it's hard sometimes to find a space to lay my will. Maybe there's no peace of mind until I reach the very end. The things you know. Sometimes you gotta give up something, let them go. Sometimes you work so hard, but it don't pay. Sometimes it just works out that way. Sometimes it just works out that way. Sometimes it just works out that way. Sometimes it just works out that way.
Alright, thank you for joining us. Check out Sergio Michel with his tropical depression at sergiomichel.com. And we thank John Waite for joining us and Jody for hooking us up. Check him out at John Waite Worldwide. It was a pleasure meeting him after all these years. And it's great that live music is back on the road.
It's nice that he stopped in the middle of his tour to talk to us too.
Yeah, it looked beautiful in Texas. You see the sunlight in the background there?
Everyone had sunlight but us.
Well,
Oh, we're in the studio. It's not,
yeah, it's been a while.
we can create one.
Okay, so Carl Kennedy
Yeah.
is coming here,
Cool. Carl Kennedy is coming here.
and he's coming here.
Turn around, smile. Carl Kennedy is coming here. And you got it here first. Thank you, everybody. Bulletproof Music Studios, Hazlet, New Jersey.
You suck.
I've never asked for praise in any way. Told me how above anyone else, or take anybody's place. But you take my words, twist them around. Broken pride, trying to see what I'm about. Looks like you and your friends got nothing better to do. Search for the news clown to a clue. I never wanted to make a real big deal, cause a commotion or problem. I just want things to be real. But you're too busy acting, trying to pretend, trying to relive things like people want to again. But this land you live in is a drunken state, a dangerous disease in a world I've learned to hate.